Hey, what's going on, Chris? This is my Minecraft world. I just wanted to show it off. I am using a shader pack here, so it is a mod to the game to give it like better shadows. But I just want to kind of give you a tour. This will be about 13 minutes long, so I might cut some out. So this is kind of how you would approach it. You would just kind of see it. It's kind of on the mountain. There's really no way to get to it. There is one kind of hidden ladder, but most people probably wouldn't get to it from there. But you just come around and so basically how this happened was I was adventuring. I kind of found this cave and I started to build a house inside of this cave. Well, that kind of didn't really work for me in the long run. So you can see this is kind of like the beginnings of the early house, with all the crates and stuff. And of course there were beds and there was a mine shaft that right there I just looked at, that I'll take you down later. But this is how you would get to my place. It's kind of a castle theme, you could tell. I have a powered railway that you just take one of the mine carts and hop in, and it's not as fast as I'd like it to be, but I mean it's basically as fast as you can get it to go. I just have powered rail every maybe 5 or 6 feet or so, or 5 or 6 meters, and then it takes you straight up to the top here. So I know you wanted to do something similar to this on your map. One thing I just have to remember to do is just bring back the minecarts whenever I go the other way, just so I could refill, because I'll show you later there's a pretty neat way to get down from here. So this is kind of like my first tower. Down here was originally an entrance into the building, but I decided to turn it into a library. So that's pretty cool. And then of course every tower you can get to the top of. There's really nothing up there on this one, but on the other tower there is kind of a little science station, but it's going to give you a nice outlook of the map, and looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's just head into the main building now. Walking past the minecart area. You just come up the stairs, and this is kind of like my storage and cooking area. You can see I have frames labeling all the storage, what's in everything. I've got a little balcony here. I kind of didn't really know what to do with this, and I didn't want to have to delete it, so I just kind of left it. Coming here in the back, this is where my farm is at. So it seems basic, but it has so much potential growth in terms of how much food it produces that, I mean, I'll never have to worry about food again. There's basically unlimited amounts of cows, unlimited amounts of pigs, chickens. You can see a little creeper face that I carved into the side of the building up there. I'll show you again at nighttime, but it looks really cool at nighttime especially. So over here is where my wheat is grown, and it's 2 stories, so this is basically just to feed all the cows. I mean, there's so much wheat, and there's so many cows. It's basically, you basically use the cows now as a experience source. Basically, you just kill a bunch of cows and you get so much experience. You basically rank up, so that way you could upgrade your weapons a lot faster. Same with the pigs. I mean, I have so much food already cooked that I could just come in here and just kill a bunch of animals and get all the experience I need. So you'll also notice that there's a little chicken pen down here. Basically what I do is I kill all the chickens and I pick up the eggs, and then I just throw the eggs down and get chickens that way. I've got a whole entire pen of chicken eggs, and in fact I've got a chicken egg farm downstairs that basically automatically collects the chicken eggs and puts them into a crate, but I've since decommissioned that because it had so many eggs I literally didn't need them all. So yeah, that's the farm. I'll come back down at night and show you the creeper face. So let's see. Okay, I think we're gonna head upstairs now. Again, in a little window seal to kind of see out to the distance. Now, on the texture pack that I normally use, the ground in there looks a lot cooler, but In this one it doesn't, so that's just kind of where my diamonds and secret loot is. That's where all my enchanted diamond gear's at, as well as my workbench where I produce the diamond gear. So climbing up to the top of this tower, this is kind of where my science lab is, you know, where you could produce potions and stuff like that. I'm still looking for some nether wart though, which will go on the nether sand right there. But yeah, I haven't found any of that yet. Coming down here, this is a way to get to... Ed used to play on this map, and so he built a house. You'll see back there, and that was a way to get over to his base or his house. But as of right now, that house is decommissioned for obvious reasons. So I want to take you down to the mine area. So we'll just go ahead and skip over to that. Just gotta remember to take out these carts. And you can't just push the carts down because they get caught halfway for some reason. I guess momentum isn't enough to bring them. So I don't really use any of these areas over here. I don't cook or anything with that. But what I do have is in my mine, which you'll notice. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you this. This is where the nether portal is. It's kind of broken. I went through it and I almost died because it's like respawned on a cliff. I don't know why. And then that's kind of a community enchantment table. Though again, I have my library with my enchantment table. Now that usually says mine on it, that sign, but for some reason it's glitched out and it's not showing that. I think my next upgrade will be to put a mine cart through here, because this is kind of annoying to run up and down. I just don't know how to really interface it with my current minecart configuration. I don't know if I want to have it a 2-stage or 1-stage. So this is over here kind of like my main tunneling system. Basically, it's strip mining, and I basically wanted to create a system so that I never really run into the same land, because that's a really annoying thing to me when I run into old mines. So I kind of created a foundation for strip mining that won't interfere with other mines. So they're appropriately higher and appropriately lower, and in opposite and strange directions to make sure that I don't run into each other. But other than that, I think by the time we get upstairs it should be dark, and so I'll just show you kind of what it looks like at night. I'll go to sleep and then I'll show you kind of a really quick way that I use to get down from my base. So we'll just come back and take the minecart back up. So just put this back. And by the way, making frames and putting them over chests is a really good way to organize. So you can see here it's starting to get dark. It looks pretty gloomy outside. That's when the monsters come out. So just go upstairs and oh, I want to show you the glowing creeper face in the side of the building. Very proud of that for some reason. Let's see here, get a good backdrop. So you can see it's kind of has a nice cool glowing effect, which is cool. And yeah, so I really like my towers, and I like the architecture of it, and I think the layout's okay. It's decent. I like the interior though. Like I think that the design just kind of looks really cool from the inside and outside. It's not as big as your map, but it's a little more consolidated. It's kind of more of like a base as opposed to like a fortress, you know. And that's obviously glass, so that we could see. And so we'll just go to bed, and I'll show you what it looks like in the morning, because it looks really awesome in the morning. So here it is in the morning. You know, the sun's kind of coming over the cliffs or the tower, and it just has a really cool look to it with long shadows. That makes the world look just way more realistic and engaging for some reason. So this is how I get down. It's a fresh breath in the morning. Jump right down into this little lake where I have a little mini carrot farm, and I have some horses. This was originally the original farm, but it has since been decommissioned. So anyways, that's kind of my world. Yeah, it's kind of a castle. Your world was a castle too, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for watching.